The Ark of the Covenant, one of the most enigmatic and fascinating artifacts in ancient history, has intrigued scholars, adventurers, and believers for millennia. Its legend, intertwined with the story of King Solomon, one of ancient Israel's most celebrated monarchs, continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. But what do we really know about this mysterious relic and its connection to the legendary king? Let's embark on a journey through time to explore the fascinating saga of Solomon's lost Ark. The history of the Ark of the Covenant dates back to biblical times, more specifically to the period of the Exodus when, according to Judeo-Christian tradition, Moses received the tablets with the 10 Commandments from God on Mount Sinai. The Ark was built to house these sacred tablets, becoming the ultimate symbol of the covenant between God and the people of Israel. Described in the book of Exodus as a box of acacia wood overlaid with pure gold, the Ark was adorned with golden cherubim on its lid, known as the mercy seat. The Ark's journey through history is as fascinating as it is mysterious. After accompanying the Israelites on their desert pilgrimage, the Ark finally found a more permanent home in Jerusalem during the reign of King David. It was his son and successor, King Solomon, who built the magnificent first temple to house the Ark, consolidating Jerusalem as the spiritual center of the kingdom. Solomon, known for his legendary wisdom and unparalleled wealth, is a central figure in this narrative. His reign, which occurred around the 10th century BC, is often portrayed as a golden age for ancient Israel. Under his rule, the kingdom reached its territorial and economic peak. The construction of the temple, a project of monumental proportions, was the highlight of his reign, creating a sanctuary worthy of housing the Ark of the Covenant. Solomon's temple, described in minute detail in biblical texts, was an architectural marvel of its time, built from the most precious materials including cedar from Lebanon and impressive amounts of gold. The temple was a testament to Solomon's wealth and power. At the heart of this majestic building was the Holy of Holies, an inner chamber where the Ark of the Covenant rested, protected by enormous olive cherubs covered in gold. The Ark's presence in Solomon's temple not only solidified Jerusalem's religious importance but also contributed to its political status. The city became a center of pilgrimage, attracting visitors from across the known world at the time. Biblical accounts mention the visit of the Queen of Sheba, who came from distant lands to witness Solomon's wisdom and the greatness of his kingdom. However, the story of the Ark takes an intriguing turn after Solomon's reign. With the death of the wise king, the unified kingdom of Israel split, beginning a period of gradual decline. The fate of the Ark during this tumultuous period is shrouded in mystery. Some scholars suggest that it remained in the temple until the Babylonian invasion of Jerusalem in 586 BC, when the temple was destroyed. Others argue that it may have been removed and hidden before this catastrophic event. From this point on, theories about the whereabouts of the Ark multiply, each one more intriguing than the other. One of the most popular hypotheses suggests that the Ark was taken to Egypt before the Babylonian invasion. This theory gains strength with the discovery of ancient texts that mention a sacred Ark in a temple on the island of Elephantine in southern Egypt, where a Jewish community existed in the 5th century BC. Another fascinating theory proposes that the Ark was taken to Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church states that the Ark is kept in the chapel of St. Michael in the city of Aksum. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Ark was brought to the country by the son of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, Menelik III. This legend, although difficult to prove historically, is deeply rooted in Ethiopian culture and identity. There are also those who believe that the Ark never left Jerusalem. Some theories suggest that it was hidden in secret tunnels beneath the Temple Mount before the Babylonian destruction. Archaeological excavations in the Temple Mount area are extremely restricted due to the religious sensitivity of the site, which further fuels speculation about possible secret chambers that could house the Ark. The search for Solomon's lost Ark is not just limited to the field of archaeology and history. It has captured the popular imagination, inspiring countless works of fiction, films, and even modern expeditions in search of the lost artifact. Fascination with the Ark transcends cultural and religious boundaries, becoming a universal symbol of mystery and divine power. An intriguing aspect of the legend of the Ark is the supernatural power often attributed to it. Biblical accounts describe the Ark as capable of performing miraculous feats, from tearing down the walls of Jericho to causing plagues on the Philistines who captured it. These stories contributed to the aura of awe and reverence surrounding the Ark, fueling the belief that its rediscovery could have profound consequences for the world. The search for the Ark also raises fascinating questions about the intersection of faith, history, and archaeology. For many believers, the existence of the Ark is a matter of faith, not requiring physical proof. For archaeologists and historians, the search for the Ark represents a unique challenge: how to investigate an object of such great religious and cultural significance with scientific objectivity. The debate over the historicity of the Ark and Solomon's reign itself is heated in academia. While some schools of thought view biblical accounts as reliable historical records, others interpret them as more symbolic or mythological narratives. The scarcity of direct archaeological evidence for Solomon's reign adds layers of complexity to this debate. Recent archaeological discoveries in Israel have shed new light on the period attributed to Solomon's reign. Excavations at sites such as Megiddo, Hazor, and Gezer have revealed monumental structures that some archaeologists associate with the Solomonic period. However, the dating and interpretation of these finds remains controversial, with some scholars arguing that these structures may be from later periods. The search for the Ark also leads us to reflect on the meaning of sacred relics in different cultures. Many religious traditions have their own sacred objects, often associated with miraculous powers or deep spiritual significance. The Ark of the Covenant, in this context, can be seen as a particularly powerful example of this universal phenomenon. A fascinating aspect of the legend of the Ark is how it intertwines with subsequent historical events. During the Crusades, for example, there were reports of Knights Templar searching for the Ark. In the modern era, interest in the Ark resurfaced. During the colonial period, with European explorers investigating remote locations in Africa and the Middle East for clues to its whereabouts, the persistence of the legend of the Ark through the centuries raises intriguing questions about the nature of cultural memory and how societies preserve and transmit their sacred stories. The Ark, whether a historical object or a mythological symbol, continues to exert a remarkable power over the collective imagination, transcending barriers of time and culture. The impact of the legend of the Ark on modern popular culture is undeniable. From the film Raiders of the Lost Ark to countless books, documentaries, and television series, the search for the Ark continues to inspire artistic and media creations. This phenomenon demonstrates how old legends can gain new life and relevance in contemporary contexts. The story of the Ark also invites us to reflect on the value we place on physical objects in our search for spiritual or historical meaning. In an increasingly digital and virtual world, the fascination with a tangible and ancient artifact like the Ark perhaps reflects a deep human desire for connection with the past and the transcendent. From a scientific perspective, the search for the Ark raises important questions about archaeological methodology and historical interpretation. How do researchers balance respect for religious traditions with the need for rigorous scientific investigation? This dilemma is particularly acute in regions such as the Middle East, where sites of religious significance often overlap with important archaeological sites. The legend of the Ark also reminds us of the complexity of relationships between different religious traditions. The fact that the Ark is significant not only to Judaism, but also to Christianity and to some extent Islam, highlights the historical and theological interconnections between these Abrahamic religions. As we move into the 21st century, the mystery of Solomon's lost Ark is likely to continue to intrigue and inspire. New technologies such as remote sensing and DNA analysis may offer new approaches to investigating ancient enigmas. At the same time, the debate over the meaning and relevance of such searches in a modern world is likely to intensify. Ultimately, the story of the Ark of the Covenant and its connection to King Solomon is more than a simple search for a lost object. It is a window into the complexity of human history, the richness of cultural traditions, and the persistence of our fascination with mystery and the sacred. Whatever the Ark's ultimate fate, whether it still exists or has become purely symbolic, its legend continues to captivate us, challenge us, and inspire us to explore the boundaries between faith, history, and imagination. As we conclude our exploration of the legend of Solomon's lost Ark, we are reminded that some historical questions may never have definitive answers. Yet it is precisely this uncertainty that continues to fuel our curiosity and imagination. The search for the Ark, in its many forms, reflects our ongoing search for knowledge, meaning, and connection to our shared past. While the mystery persists, the journey itself, with its discoveries, debates, and reflections, enriches our understanding not only of ancient history, but also of ourselves and our deepest aspirations.